Hello people, it's the start of the 24-hour readathon. I just went live a few minutes ago. And yes, I need to start reading because it's supposed to be a 24-hour readathon, not a 23-hour 40-minute readathon. I have about 9 books that I have, collated as options. I know I won't be able to read all of them, but let me just show you the books that I have that I am planning to get to. There are quite a few of them. And the first book is the graphic novels for To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, obviously. And then there's Desire by Haruki Murakami. This is a collection of short stories and it's about 108 pages long, if I'm not mistaken. It's 108 pages long and it's thin, so I'm like, yes. And then there's Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. This is a poetry collection, and as you know, I absolutely love Nikita Gill, and I can't wait to get started on this. It's only now that I'm removing the cover for this. And then there is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, Something Fresh by P.G. Wodehouse. I don't know if I will get to this, but it's an option. And then there's The Poison of Love by K.R. Meera. This is also about 100 odd pages, so I'm like, ah. Then there's The Liberation of Sita by Volga and translated from the Telugu by T. Vijay Kumar and C. Vijayasree. And then there is Christmas Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. As you know, I absolutely love Sophie Kinsella's writing. They're fast-paced, they're intriguing, and I feel like this is also going to be one that I will enjoy. I mean, that's not the point, but still. And then there's The Sleeper and the Spindle, which just came yesterday, but I feel like there are a lot of illustrations in there, so I feel like I will be able to get through this in about half an hour or something. Should I? Now I'm thinking whether I should actually start with this. It's 6:45 in the evening and I just finished my first book for the 24-hour readathon and I absolutely loved it. I mean, it's a short book, it is full of illustrations and the illustrations are what made me fall in love with the book. The story was a different kind of retelling of the Sleeping Beauty. It's sort of a sequelish kind of Sleeping Beauty story. If Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, like it's a mix of both. And The Sleeper and the Spindle, this book is so beautiful. The cover itself, if you see the dust jacket, you see this, you can see the face of the lady here, right? And I absolutely loved this book. It's a full 5 out of 5 stars for me, and it's lovely, it's beautiful. Neil Gaiman's writing is amazing, as we all know. So I'm glad that I'm doing this readathon, because now that I finished one book, I feel like I will be able to knock off quite a few books from that list. The second book that I'm picking is Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. I had originally thought of making this my first book, but I had such a pounding headache that I did not want to read this book through that, and I thought illustrations would be a better way of, you know, looking at things at the moment at that time. So I picked Sleeper in the Spindle and I finished it, and I'm picking this next. So we are actually going out in a few minutes and I will be carrying this, and I'm also thinking of carrying The Poison of Love with me, because this, I feel like this is going to be, I will be able to finish this in about an hour or so, because it's a pretty simple read. I should not expect it to be simple because it's Nikita Gill and I'm going to feel a lot, that much I know. But yeah, I feel like I will finish this soon, and then maybe once I finish this, then I can get started on this. So we are just back from our little coffee date, and I managed to finish 76 pages of Wild Embers by Nikita Gill, and I am absolutely loving it. There's a reason why Nikita Gill is one of my favorite authors, and I'm so happy that I, you know, picked up a book last year and I started reading it. This is called Wild Embers, Poems of Rebellion, Fire and Beauty, and I'm like, I did hold one sprint though from 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and I read about 23 pages in that time, because I was taking the thing about this book is that you need to absorb everything. You read it and then you absorb it, and then you let it stay for a couple of minutes, and then you go on to the next poem. It's that brilliant. It's amazing, and I can tell that this is yet another 5-star read, and I am on a complete roll, because this is my third 5-star read of 2020 so far, and it's only January. And even my first book of this readathon was a 5-star read, Sleeper and the Spindle. I'm just going to read for a little while more and then maybe go and have dinner, but it's going to be a while. I'll hopefully finish this in the next hour or so and then go on to my next read, but I have to work a little before going on to my next read. So you guys, I just finished reading Wild Embers by Nikita Gill, and it's, I mean, I think Nikita Gill is the only author who I've had great expectations from for every single book of hers, and she has not let me down yet. I've read 3 of her books and all of them have been stunning. Fierce Fairy Tales was amazing. It was my introduction to Nikita Gill. And then there was Great Goddesses, which came out last year, which was amazing. And then there's this, Wild Embers, and I absolutely love this as well. This is another 5 out of 5 star book, and both my books so far for this readathon have been 5-star books, and I'm like, did I just hit up on a jackpot or something? So after this, I am planning to read Desire by Haruki Murakami. This is a collection of 5 short stories, and it's about 109, 110 pages long. So I feel like it's going to be good. I don't know. I'm going to go take a break for a while from reading. I need to work a little bit, and after that I will get back to reading. I'll take about half an hour or 45 minutes of break, and I will work as I have dinner. See, the thing is, I might pick this or I might pick any of the other books as well if something goes wrong here. No, but I was supposed to pick The Poison of Love. No, I'm not picking that. I'm taking The Poison of Love, which is in my bag over there. So I will, once I start reading, I will show it to you on the screen. Hey guys, so I'm back and it's 12:25 in the night and I will be starting The Poison of Love. I will be starting The Poison of Love by K.R. Mira, and it's about, like I keep mentioning in this video, that it's about 110 pages long, but I feel like I will be able to get through it pretty easily. Maybe 1.5 hours or something, and then I will go on to do some work before finally crashing. It's been 1.5 minutes that I've been flipping these pages, and it's only now that I'm getting to the first page, to the dedication. So guys, I'm checking back in. It's about 1:45 in the AM and I just finished reading The Poison of Love by K.R. Mira, and it is so raw, so passionate, so intense, and it made me so angry. I mean, it's like a 100-page novella, and even in that, about 10 pages are like chapter separators. This was really engaging. It was hard hitting, and I feel like this is going to be a book that I will really remember reading because of the passion with which the author has written the story, and it's like it completely. I think this is going to be it for today. I am not going to start reading anything else. I don't know. I might not, because I am so unpredictable, I'm so impulsive. I need to get some work done now, but if I happen to finish it in half an hour, then maybe I will pick one more book, but if not, then I'm going to just wrap up for tonight and just go to sleep. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey people, today is Sunday, the 26th of January, and I overslept at my own readathon. I slept at around 3:30 in the morning or night, whatever you want to call it, and I woke up at 10:30. But in my defense, the past 2 days had been completely hectic, and I was out cold the moment I slept. But I did manage to get quite a bit of reading done. I even started reading this book. I'm about 26 pages in at the moment, and it's 11:48 now, and I'm hoping that by 12:30 I can finish that and then get started on a new book. The thing about Murakami's writing is that there is so much detail in there. So for any other author, if any other author had done this, I would have been like, why are you describing every single thing? I don't want to know about it. Tell me what the characters are doing. But in Murakami's case, I find that I enjoy myself reading his work, and I'm like, how does that even work? Why don't the rules apply here? And I don't understand what goes on in Haruki Murakami's mind when he writes all this, but it's got to be something, because imagine having the capability to write such intricate detail. It might seem unnecessary to some, but like I mentioned, to me it seems like I give Murakami a huge leeway, you could say. I mean, I leave his detailing alone, and I actually appreciate it. So it's 2:15 on the 26th of January, the Sunday, and there's about 1 hour and 45 minutes to go before the readathon ends, and I have managed to finish my 4th book of the readathon, and that is Desire by Haruki Murakami. It is a very short read. It has about 110 pages, and it has 5 short stories, and I absolutely enjoyed them. I actually put this aside and fell asleep for like 10 minutes, but I woke up feeling very refreshed. It was like a power nap, and I finished reading this, and I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I would highly recommend it. And yes, 4 books is good, even if all of them were thin. I'm very proud of myself that I have knocked off 4 books from my TBR. So I'm planning to start something fresh by PG Wodehouse now, and it would be, because I know that I'm not going to finish any of the books that I start. So it's better that I start a book that is on my January TBR, so that I can continue reading this even after the readathon is over. So maybe I can get about 80 pages done, because I'll have about 1 hour after I get some work done, and then I'll come back to reading. I hope I will be able to get some amount of reading from this book done. So guys, it's the end of the 24-hour readathon, and I managed to finish 4 books, and I managed to start the 5th, and I am so happy to have ticked these off my TBR. I mean, not particularly these, but the number reducing is sort of, it makes me really happy. So the books that I ticked off are The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Chris Riddle. Full 5 out of 5 stars for me, especially because of how the illustrations are. This is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. It's a sequelish kind of retelling, and I absolutely loved it. And then there is Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. This is another book, another 5-star book. Nikita Gill, obviously, and I loved this poetry collection. It's not just poetry, it's Nikita Gill's way of writing truths and of making me cry that I love. So this was my second book of the readathon. And then last night I finished reading The Poison of Love by K.R. Meera. This is a book that is raw, it's intense, it's full of passion, it makes you go crazy in places, and I was like, I was not looking for stuff like this, but I found stuff like this. But I really did love reading this novella, and I gave this a 4 out of 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm really sorry. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then there was Desire by Haruki Murakami. This is a collection of short stories. It's a collection of 5 short stories, and I enjoyed reading them to no end because of how absurd and how full of detail these are. Like, the details are sometimes unnecessary, but it's Haruki Murakami and I'm going to accept that. Like, he can say anything in any of his books and I'll be like, okay, that makes sense, that should be there anyway. So this is one of those. And then I started reading PG Wodehouse's Something Fresh. The reason I picked this as my next read and not any other book was because I knew I was not going to finish any of the other books. But this is part of my January TBR. So now that I've started reading it, I can continue it. And maybe if by nightfall, maybe before I go to sleep, if I finish this, then that will be another book that I will have ticked off. So I'm pretty happy with how far I've come in this readathon. I'm about 44 pages in, and it's a pretty I won't say easy read, but it's pretty good. So I'm very happy with how far I've come and how much I've read, even though these books were pretty thin. But I think that's the point of it all. Choose thin books so that you can tick more of them off your TBR. So that's exactly what I did, and yeah, that's it. Throughout this readathon, however, I was like getting ideas about hosting other readathons because of how much reading I was actually getting done. The amount of concentration that I was putting on reading, which I absolutely love doing. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like reading, obviously. But the amount of reading that I was getting done during this readathon made me think that maybe hosting a 24-hour readathon every single month would be a good thing, and whoever can join in will join in and they can read however they want. But all I have to do is I have to figure out a way to think of hosting sprints, because not everybody sees Instagram stories, and I don't think a lot of people know I'm on Twitter, and that I didn't share much on Twitter, but still. So that is one thing that I have to iron out. And other than that, most important, like I was talking about hosting readathons, I am thinking of doing a readathon for March in honor of International Women's Day, and then I will share it in the coming few days so that you can share, spread the word, and then if a lot of us are participating, then it would be a great way to celebrate the month of International Women's Day. So that was the 24-hour readathon that Mira and I hosted on Instagram, and I had a lot of fun hosting it, and I think I will do it again. I don't know when, but I will do it again. So yes, what did you think of this video? Did you like the reading vlog? Did you like the books that I read? Did you not like what you are watching? I mean, I know I have to improve the way I vlog, because it is not, but still I will try to do better in my next vlog. And yes, if you like this video, please like it and share to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.